Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm Miss Maya Sinstress. I was just going through Zipper magazine and thinking about some of my favorite kinks.
Zipper magazine.
Lucy, this is too adult of language for you today. Can you go in the other room? Thank you, good boy.
What is cuckolding? When you look it up online, by definition, it always refers to the male gaze and the male aspect of what they want. But that's not actually what it's about. It's about what the cuckoldress wants, her being a highly sexual female that enjoys multiple partners, but has a partner that also enjoys watching her enjoy herself, making it about her pleasure, her experience, having fun, and aiding to that, contributing to that. So I don't really like what the actual definition is that you look up, because it's more about female empowerment than it is about the male gaze. Cuckolding can be multiple things. It can simply be that a male partner appreciates that his female partner is highly promiscuous and enjoys having a good time, enjoys being orgasmic with multiple partners, enjoys being a voyeur. Or it can have that element of being humiliating and being degraded, put in your place, talked to as if you're an object or a lesser being that's there for multiple purposes. And they're to prep and do the after work or aftercare, so to speak. But it doesn't have to involve that. It can involve a lot of things. It can be a positive experience. It can be a psychological trip. It can be a degrading experience. It can encompass anything. Really, kink has no boundaries in terms of imagination. Some of the things that I personally enjoy about cuckolding are that humiliation aspect, that kind of having a main partner that you tease with, don't you want to see me enjoy myself? And enjoying that that partner would then also get really excited by me kind of showcasing and exaggerating and putting it out there that I'm going to have a great time with someone else. Maybe I'd lock you in chastity, so you'd be really turned on about it, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can just watch and observe. A lot of people think with cuckolding, it could be more of like swinger lifestyle, which it could be. That's a very consensual with your partner activity, but it's a mutual exchange. Cuckolding is very similar, where it's very consensual. It's not as if the female partner or myself is going out and picking up a random man that they're not talking to their partner about. It's discussed, it's talked about. Even if it's a, whatever your rules are, if it's a, I'm at a bar, I'm looking at this person, he knows I'm married, I'm interested in him. Are you interested in having me bring him home? Would this be exciting for you to watch? And having that mutual discussion ahead of time. So there's no surprises. It's not cheating. It's not that kind of like hot wife fantasy. It's very different. And from talking about it, you'd probably find out that your partner would be up for watching, participating. It could be very exciting for him. But frankly, as a cuckoldress, this is based on my pleasure. And even though I want my partner to have fun, it's about my pleasure. But we talk about what would be exciting for him or them or her. What would you like to see? How would you like to participate or just observe? It opens up a whole dialogue when you're open and honest and have that mutual respect, consensual cuckolding relationship. One of my first experiences with cuckolding, I dated someone and neither of us were very sexually experienced. So as he and I were having interactions all the time, I didn't know how to achieve that. Oh, right? And it wasn't happening. And this is completely amazing. And I can't make this up. But he felt bad that he couldn't help me climax. So he brought in one of his friends that would come and have sex with me and us true story. And his friend was able to have me climax. So that became a whole somewhat interactive, somewhat voyeuristic experience, but that's one of my absolute first relationships. And I think that kind of molded how I see men and relationships. And also that's just really fucking hot. So, yeah, so through that, I kind of got turned on by that aspect of cuckolding. He was watching, appreciating. There was no humiliation aspect to it, but I was very turned on with seeing him getting off on my enjoyment of the situation. So yeah, that is an actual true story. Thinking about balls in this situation is getting me all hot and bothered. Typically the role of the bull is to be that alpha male, that stud, that could be used as a prop, but he's more than that. I would consider the bull to be more of a, you know, a co-top with me in a scene. Someone that's hot, masculine, can also take charge. Not of me, mind you. Nobody takes charge of me. But they would also take charge in the scene and co-top. So he would talk to my cuck husband or my cuck slave in an aggressive way, saying, you're going to do this, you're going to watch this, you're going to get in this position. Things that I might be thinking and want to say, but I'm enjoying myself far too much to have the capability of talking. Are you a little shy? That's okay. It's completely okay. You don't have to be embarrassed or shy or feel reserved or uncomfortable. It's all natural to have those emotions and expressions, but you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself. This is very common. A lot of people are into cuckolding. You don't realize it, but it's true. There are several ways you can explore it and open up that dialogue with your partner. You can maybe bring up things like swinging. I think that's more common, where people understand what that is and it can be talked about. You can bring up things you've seen in movies, on TV shows that inspired you, that you thought was hot. You can bring up, oh, was your coworker flirting with you? That was really, really sexy. I'm kind of turned on by it. How do you feel about that? Just open up the dialogue. Don't be ashamed. Being open and willing to explore and being honest is the best thing you can do in a relationship. Absolutely. With platforms like the Clock app and instant photography apps and stuff like that, there's a lot of promotion of fetish things that are highly sexualized, that don't deal anything with consent, that are just that POV, taking a belt, looping around the neck and tightening, and not showing that this could be happening with a real situation and that things like consent would need to be involved. And I think that's misinforming people of a younger generation about what kink sex ed is, because we know in the United States we're not getting any sexual education whatsoever other than from porn. And I think it's misrepresenting that you can just have these experiences and make it look sexy, when in real life, if you wanted to do something like that, you'd have to ask consent, talk about each other's interests, health issues, every factor like that. It's not a simple 10-second sum up sexy experience. So don't mistake it for that. BDSM and kink are very highly talked about, consensual, and amazing practices. So it's not a 10-second video to try to go viral. If you're interested in learning more about cuckolding or exploring your kinks, there's a lot of resources out there. You can simply look up the terms cuckolding, look at books. Kink Academy is a place I would recommend. There's also amazing robe artists like Midori. There's also, you know, just amazing books called like Ethical Slut and things like that you can look up. Do some research, see what's out there, and explore. Knowledge is power. Or you could explore Zipper magazine. There's a lot of interesting articles in here and good reference points. All right, guys, I've had a lot of fun with you today, but I'm about done.
Real kink for real people. Brought to you by Sunny Megatron and Clips for Sale.